everyone. I hope you all are fine and are doing well. We have completed the 6th chapter, that is decimals. Now let's have a quick recap of the chapter with the help of the mind map. So this is the mind map of the chapter decimals. We started the chapter by learning about the term decimals or decimal fractions. We learned that the fractions which have the denominator 10, 100, 1000 are known as decimal fractions. We learned that a decimal number is made up of 3 parts: the whole number part, the decimal point and the decimal part. So here we have a number 2.42. 2 is the whole number, here is the decimal point, and 42 is the decimal part. Next we learned about the decimal place value chart. So this is the decimal place value chart. We learned that a decimal number is made up of 3 parts: a whole number part, a decimal point and a decimal part. So the decimal place value chart is also made up of 3 parts: a whole number part, a decimal point and a decimal part. So here we have the decimal place value chart. You all are aware of the whole number place value chart, which starts from ones, tens, hundreds and goes on like thousands, 10,000s and so on. Now in the decimal place value chart, we have the whole number part, we have the decimal point and the decimal part. So the whole number is towards the left and the decimal part is towards the right of the decimal point. So decimal point is separating the whole number part and the decimal part. Now let's talk about the decimal part, the place value chart of the decimal part. So here we have tenth, 100 and 1000 and it also further moves as 10,000 and so on. Now in the whole number part, we know that the place value starts at ones, 1, 10, 100, 1000, 10,000 so on. In the decimal part, it is 1 by 10. Tenth is written as 1 by 10. Now what is 1 by 10? 1 by 10 is 1 part out of 10 equal parts. Similarly, 100th is written as 1 by 100, which is 1 part out of 100 equal parts, and 1000th is written as 1 by 1000, that is 1 part out of 1000 equal parts. So here we have a number in the decimal place value chart, which is 346.219. Now let's see how we will write the expanded form of this number in 3 ways. So the first way is that you are writing the number with the place value in words. So 3 hundreds plus 4 tens plus 6 ones plus 2 tenths plus 100 plus 9,000. Now we will write the decimal part in the form of a fraction. So first you will write 300 plus 40 plus 6 plus 2 by 10 because it is coming under the 10th place. Then 1 by 100 plus 9 by 1000. Now let's convert this fraction into the decimal form. So we have 300 plus 40 plus 6 plus 0.2 plus 0.01 plus 0.009. So these are the 3 forms of writing the expanded form of a decimal number. Now let's learn how did we convert this fraction into the decimal point with the next example. Next we learned about like decimals and unlike decimals. Now what are like decimals? The decimal numbers which have the same number of decimal places are known as like decimals, and unlike decimals is completely opposite of it. The decimal numbers which have different number of decimal places are known as unlike decimals. So here we have the examples. Let's look at the first example. The number is 2.428 and 32.051. Now if we observe these two numbers and if we look at the number of decimal places, in the first number we have 3 decimal places and in the second number also we have 3 decimal places. So 2.428 and 32.051 are like decimals. Now let's look at another example. The number is 12.12 and 346.2. Now let's look at the decimal places. In the first number we have 2 decimal places, but in the second number we have only 1 decimal place. So these two numbers 12.12 and 346.2 are unlike decimals. We also learned how to convert unlike decimals into like decimals. So here we have an example for unlike decimals. Let's convert it into like decimal. So when we observe these two numbers, the maximum number of decimal places is 2. That is for the first number. So we need to make one more additional place in the second number. So we will just add a 0 towards the right of 2. Now in the second number also we have 2 decimal places. In the first number as well we have 2 decimal places. So here we have converted unlike decimals into like decimals. Next we learned about equivalent decimals. Now what are equivalent decimals? The decimal numbers which have the same value are known as equivalent decimals. For example, 0.2, 0.20 and 0.200 are equivalent decimals. Now if the 0 is placed towards the right of a number, that is towards the end, that has no value. So this means 0.2 is equal to 0.20 can also be written as 0.2 and 0.200 can also be written as 0.2. So that's why we say that these are equivalent decimals. The next topic that we learned was comparison of decimal numbers. Now when you are comparing decimal numbers, there are 2 steps. In the first step, you just look at the whole number part of the decimal numbers. Now if the whole number parts are different, you can directly give your answer which number is greater, which number is smaller. But if the whole number part is same for the given numbers, we further go to the comparison of the decimal part. So here we have the example. The first number is 22.421 and the second number is 23.42. Let's compare the whole number part. So here we have 22 and in the second number we have 23. We know that 23 is greater than 22, which means 23.42 is greater than 22.421. Now let's look at the second example. The number is 15.013 and 15.024. So first we should look at the whole number part. So here we have 15, in the second number also we have 15. So we cannot do the comparison. Now we move on to the decimal part. Now in the 10th place we have 0 in the first number and the second number also we have 0. Further we will move to the 100th place. Here we have 1 and the second number we have 2. We know that 2 is greater than 1. So that means 15.024 is greater than 15.013. Now after comparison, we learned about representing decimals on a number line. Now this is directly related to the topic of representation of fractions on a number line. So here we have a decimal number 0.5. You will always convert your decimal into a fraction. So we converted 0.5 as 5 by 10. Now remember how we were representing fractions on the number line. We were first making a number line. Now the number of divisions on the number line depended upon the denominator. So here we have the denominator as 10. So we will make 10 equal divisions on the number line. Now once you have drawn 10 equal divisions, you will start marking it 1 by 10, 2 by 10, 3 by 10, so on till 10 by 10. 10 by 10 can also be written as 1. Now we need the fraction 5 by 10, so you will circle the marking of 5 by 10. So this is the way how you represent decimals on a number line. Next we learned how to convert fractions into decimals. Now there we learned how to convert fractions with the denominator as a multiple of 10 into decimals and also with the denominator which is other than the multiple of 10. Now at the end of the video we will look at the few examples for this topic. At the end, we learned about operations with decimal numbers, and first we learned about addition and subtraction of decimal numbers. Now there we learned that you can only add or subtract like decimals. If in a question you are getting unlike decimals, you will first convert your unlike decimals into like decimals and then carry forward with your operation. At the end, we learned about the real life application of decimals. Now when we were learning about this concept, we came across many situations where we used the concept of multiplication and division of decimal numbers. We learned that when we have to convert the units, when we have to move from a greater unit to a smaller unit, we always multiply, and when we have to go from a smaller unit to a greater unit, we always divide. So students, remember that whenever you have to do the operation with any number, the unit should always be same, whether it is addition, subtraction, multiplication or division. Now let's learn how to convert a fraction into a decimal. So first we will learn how to convert a fraction which has the denominator as a multiple of 10. So here we have a fraction 55 by 10. Now when the denominator is 10, 100, 1000 or so on, we will directly write the numerator as it is. So 55 is the numerator, we have written 55. Now in the denominator you can see that there is only 1 0. So we will leave one digit from the right and then place our decimal point. So we will leave one digit, that is 5, and we will place the decimal point. So the decimal number for the fraction 55 by 10 is 5.5. Now let's learn how to convert a fraction where the denominator is other than a multiple of 10. So here we have the denominator 5, the fraction is 35 by 5. We will convert this fraction into an equivalent fraction with the denominator 10, 100 or 1000. So we need to convert 35 by 5 into a fraction with denominator 10. We know that 5 into 2 is 10. Now if we are multiplying our denominator with 2, we will also multiply our numerator with 2. So 35 into 2 is 17. Now we again got a fraction with the denominator as a multiple of 10 or 10. So here we will write the numerator as it is. Now since there is 1 0 in the denominator, we will leave one digit from the right. So we will place the decimal point between 7 and 0. So your answer is 7.0. Now you can also write 7.0 as 7. So the decimal form of the fraction 35 by 5 is 7.0 or 7. Now let's look at an example for addition and subtraction of decimals. So here we have a question that says solve 326.78 minus 0.25 plus 21.123. Now you can observe carefully that these are unlike decimals. So I told in the start itself, when you have to add or subtract decimal numbers, we will always convert unlike decimals to like decimals. So you can see the highest decimal places are 3 in the given question. So in the first number we will add a 0, and in the second number also we will add a 0. So now your question is 326.780 minus 0.250 plus 21.123. So first you will add the positive numbers. So we will add 326.780 plus 21.123. Okay, because with 21.123 we have the plus sign. So when we add these two decimal numbers, we get 0 plus 3 is 3, 8 plus 2 is 10, so 1 goes as a carryover and we write 0. Now 1 plus 7 is 8, 8 plus 1 is 9. Then we will place the decimal point right below the decimal point as it is there in the addends. Now 6 plus 1 is 7, 2 plus 2 is 4, 3 will be written as it is. So your sum is 347.903. Now we will take this number and we will subtract 0.250 from the obtained sum. So when you subtract 0.250 from 347.903, your answer is 3 minus 0 is 3. 0 minus 5 is not possible, so we take a borrow. 0 becomes 10 and 9 becomes 8. So 10 minus 5 is 5. 8 minus 2 is 6. 7 minus 0 is 7. 4 will be written as it is, 3 will be written as it is. So your obtained answer is, or difference is, 347.653. So always remember, when you need to add or subtract decimal numbers, always first convert unlike decimals into like decimals and then carry on with your operation. So students, I hope you have understood the concepts of decimals. Practice the questions given in the textbook. I will see you in the next interactive session. Thank you and have a nice day.